the truth. The truth to power. Life's not that long, just a few short hours. So make each minute count, make every second matter. Just give me one more day to get it right. I need just one more day.
Transplant Talk with Nyshonda, Thursday, 7 p.m. on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Good evening, and welcome back to Transplant Talk with Nyshonda. I am your hostess with the mostest. Happy September 1st, y'all. We are in the 9th month of the year. We in September. Where did the time go, right? Like, where did the time go? So we're here again, a new month, a new beginning. We get to start it all over again. School now is back in session pretty much everywhere. So we're not going to talk about school because I have a sensitive spot about that right now. But we are still here nevertheless. And y'all, I have to tell y'all, I'm super excited about my guest for today. She is back. And not only is she back, but she is back with great news. Yes, Gretchen Jackson got her transplant. She received her transplant. I was super excited to hear from her. And when she let me know in July that she was getting her transplant done, it was just excitement all over the place. So she is back with her story, but y'all know what I have to do first, right? I have to ask everybody, hey, where y'all from? Where's everybody from? Represent your city, your state. Okay. And if you have any questions, then, just go ahead and drop them in the comments so that, we can answer them. So again, tonight, she is back, the queen herself, Miss Gretchen Jackson, all the way from Tuskegee, Alabama. And she is here to share her story. But just a reminder, okay, Save 1,000 Lives is still in the business of registering people to become organ donors. And if you go to Donate Life Florida, register me, you will see this here. And if you would, fill out your name and information. And when you get to the bottom, it will ask you, how did you hear about us? And you select others and save 1,000 lives. And listen, I know COVID has been terrible with just trying to get out and register people to become organ donors. But I want that to be in your minds and thinking about becoming an organ donor, because somebody had to say yes to have my guest here today. So I have now not just 5, because Rico Johnson received his earlier this month, but my student from the school where I work, I just got news that on last Friday, he received his kidney transplant. So guys, that is number 6. That is number 6. How awesome is that, y'all? Let's go for 10. I won't even try to be greedy, but let's try to go to 10 for September, October, November, December. These next 4 months, let's just blow it out of the park. Let everybody just be excited about receiving a life-saving transplant. So I'm going to say it like that. So I promise I won't hold you long. We're going to walk right on down to Tuskegee, Alabama. We're going to bring her on. I have to give her the red carpet treatment. So are y'all ready? Because I am ready for her, and she is going to tell her marvelous miracle story on receiving a life-saving transplant. She'll be up in less than 30 seconds or 5 seconds. All right. Hi,
Gretchen. Hi, Nyshonda. Hello.
Listen, you look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Look at her, y'all. Look at her.
I am so blessed. I tell you, this has been a long time coming, and I just thank God for this miracle.
Yes. Let me tell y'all, okay, when I seen Gretchen doing her videos, she was still in the hospital and she was doing her videos. When she goes to her when you have to go to get your checkups, she's doing her videos. She is not wasting her time. She's not wasting her breath. She is praising God for all that He has done for her. And if you see her videos, they're so infectious. You're just like, go, Gretchen, go. Because I was like, yes, you have to
amazing.
Yeah, you have to cheer for other people. You have to cheer for other people.
Exactly.
And I don't want to give it all away, but I want you to give them just a little bit about who you are first. Remind people who you are and just a little bit of the backstory, if you would.
Okay, so I am Gretchen Jackson and I am from Tuskegee. I was diagnosed with kidney disease several years ago, and I was told that one day that I would need a transplant. And so now I have received my transplant, and I just thank God for this blessing, you all. It is a blessing from the man above.
Amen.
It is a blessing, y'all. And I just thank God for it. It's truly amazing. I feel great. My skin has come back, and I tell you, it's just amazing. The transplant is working wonderful. It is working wonderful, y'all. I tell you, it's nothing but a blessing.
Absolutely.
It is a blessing.
Listen, it was a blessing watching you.
Yes.
It was just a blessing.
I have to give God all the praises and the glory because He is magnificent. I tell you, I pray for this daily. I mean, it will be times that I will be in tears just crying out to God. God, whatever it is that you are doing for me, please do not do it without sending me my transplant.
Ooh.
And I tell y'all how this thing played out. It's beautiful, y'all.
And she's beautiful. Y'all, like she's beautiful. She is beaming. She is glowing. So this is what it looks like when somebody's been waiting, to get off of dialysis. How good does it feel? One, just going to the bathroom, it's working. And you're not doing dialysis.
It feel really, really good. Now, I will say that I never ever stopped using the bathroom.
Okay.
I never stopped urine. I never stopped urine.
Okay.
It was now I would urine less than normal because my kidney was not functioning properly.
Okay.
So it would be less urine.
Okay.
But now, I can't stop going. I go often.
Often.
Like every 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to the bathroom to urinate.
Wow. And it feels good though.
It feels good to release it. So that I know that my transplanted kidney is functioning fine.
Wow.
It's functioning fine. So actually, you all, this is week 7 for me.
Come on.
I received my kidney transplant on July 11th.
Okay.
But the weekend prior to me receiving my kidney on July 11th, I woke up that morning. I was feeling so good. I wasn't fatigued. I had a whole lot of energy. And I just woke up praising God. It's just like something just had came over me to say, your miracle is on the way. It's on the way. It's going to be here sooner than you expected it. And when I tell you, it's like I heard something talking to me like it was a natural man standing in my house telling me these things that it's going to happen, in a length of time. It's going to happen so quick that you're not going to even know that it's that quick.
Wow.
Oh God, really?
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, it was almost scary. Like this voice that I was hearing, but I knew that it was nobody but God.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Actually, I was when I received the call that Saturday, which was July the 9th, when I received the call. Me and my friend, we was out on dates, and we were coming out of the bowling alley, and I was like, my phone started ringing, and I was like, this is an Atlanta number calling me. Who's calling me? He was like, answer. And I said, okay. I answered. So we get in the truck and everything, and I answer the call. And it was the transplant hospital calling me. I was like, oh God.
Wow.
Oh God. I was like Fred Sept. Oh God. Is it coming? Is it coming?
Oh wow. Wow.
It was the transplant hospital. It was the nurse coordinator contacting me, letting me know. She said, Miss Jackson, she said, I'm calling you to let you know that we possibly have a donor for you. And I was like, oh, God, is this what you were telling me this morning?
Wow.
Is it really about to happen? And I was like, okay. She said, we won't know more about the donor until 48 hours. And I said, okay. And she said, but I'm going to go ahead and screen you in. I said, okay. So she started asking me all these health questions and everything. If I had COVID, if I had traveled out of the United States in so many days, have I been around anybody who had COVID? Asking me, is everything pretty much still the same? Yada, 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 yada. So I answered all these questions and everything. And before we hung up, she said, Miss Jackson, she said, keep your fingers crossed. And I said, okay, I will. And she said, pray. I said, okay, I'm praying. I get off the phone with you. And she said, but we won't know more about it until 48 hours. And she said, either if it's going to be a go or not, we still going to contact you and let you know. And I said, okay, all right. And so, after we ended the call and everything, she said, I'm going to call you back from this same number. So you keep your phone handy and you answer the phone. I said, okay. Because she said, you got to answer, kind of quickly. And I said, okay. So, my friend heard the conversation and everything. And he was like, is it good news? I was like, yes, good news. And he was like, any place else you want to go? I was like, oh, take me home. Got home and everything. I told my daughter the good news. I shared it with her. She was in the kitchen and everything, waiting on us to bring her some food back or what have you. So I told her the good news and everything. I said, baby, I said, this one for your mama right here. I said, so what I want you to do tonight, I said, before you go to bed, I said, I want you to get down on your knees and tell God, thank you.
Okay.
I said, just pray.
Okay.
Tell God, thank you. Because your mom is about to receive her blessing. She said, okay, Mom, I'm going to pray. And that night before I went to bed, I was just thanking God for my blessing. I was just thanking God for my blessing because he came to me that morning like a natural man standing in my house and told me that I was going to receive my blessing quicker than, I thought I was going to receive it. So that night when I went to bed, I just kept telling God, thank you. Thank you for my miracle, Lord. Thank you for my blessing, Lord. That was my repeatedly prayer all that night. I woke up that Sunday morning praying, thanking God for my blessing. I just had a hallelujah good time in my own house. I turned the gospel on, connected the speakers. I was just praying to God, just praising God, telling him thank you for my miracle. I didn't tell anybody but my daughter. I didn't even call my mom to let my mom know.
Okay.
So I went to bed that Sunday night telling God, thank you again. Thank you, Lord, for my blessing, Lord, because I know that this transplant is for me, Lord.
Okay.
So that morning, Monday morning, I received a call at 1:30 a.m. That was the nurse coordinator calling me back. The same lady that I had talked to that Saturday. She said, Miss Jackson, she said, I need you to get to the hospital. I said, when? The hospital this morning. I said, this morning? She said, yes. She said, surgery is being performed at 8:30. She said, the kidney is yours. I was shouting.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
shouting all through the house, praising God, telling God, thank you. I woke my daughter up just screaming, hollering, telling God, thank you. She said, Mama, what's wrong? I said, the kidney is mine. I said, we got to get to the hospital. I said, the kidney is mine. They told me that surgery is being performed that morning at 8:30. She said, Mama, are you serious? I said, yes. I said, God has blessed me to receive my transplant. I said, get ready. We have to go.
Right.
Both got ready and everything. I had already had a bag packed.
Okay.
Bag
Okay.
6 months ago.
Okay.
I already had a bag packed. So all I had to do was get up, get a shower, get some clothes on, and get on the road. I drove myself to the hospital.
What?
The nurse coordinator, she said, Miss Jackson, get somebody to bring you to the hospital. I said, I ain't got time to get nobody to bring me to the hospital. I woke my daughter up, and I know she's kind of still sleeping or whatever. I could take myself to the hospital. I drove myself to Atlanta from my house. Is about an hour and 45 minutes. I took myself to the hospital. The nurse coordinator told me to check in at the emergency room, let them know that I'm here for a transplant surgery. And I did exactly that. They told me, the nurse coordinator had told me that nobody could come in with me at that time. So I said, okay, I told my daughter, I have a cousin who live in Atlanta. I told my daughter to call your cousin, ask her her address. And I said, you go on to her house. And I said, I'll call you once I get processed in and everything.
Okay.
So that's how that happened. And surgery was at 8:30 that morning.
Oh, my.
It was.
My.
Thank God.
Let me tell you just how beautiful it is hearing your story, okay? Because you just glowing, and you so happy about it. It's so infectious. Like you just, I'm so happy for you. I am immensely happy, for you to see this smile on your face, because you were on the show before, and you were just in tears, and you were doing so much with taking care of your father, having gone through your own ordeal, and then so for this to have a turnaround, again, sorry for the loss of your father, but then look how God bless you, and you continue to praise Him. You continue to praise Him. And yes, you thanked Him in advance. And that's one of the songs. I love that song. You got to praise Him in advance. And that is what you did.
Absolutely.
And people got to know that that's what you got to do. You got to know for sure. You got to trust God. And so I need for people to, really and truly understand that. And then also, it's part of your family history.
Yes, it is.
So this is a wake-up call for your family. So now they have to be more vigilant and get to the doctor and make sure that everything is okay with them. So how does your family handle that? Do they feel the pressure of that, or how do they handle, especially like your brothers? Like how do they receive
they're handling it pretty well. They know that the kidney disease, it does run on my family deeply. It runs on both sides of my family, my mom and my dad's sides of the family. So they are very vigilant about, going to the doctor regularly to have medical checkups and to let their doctors know that they have a family history of kidney disease, so that they can run those special tests for them. Absolutely. So they are vigilant about that.
Okay. Kudos to them. Kudos to them. They're not turning a blind eye and leaving it on deaf ears. They're listening and they're seeing, what happened to you and what you're going through. And I mean, look at you now. Look at you. Like you went through that storm, and you had your tears, and then that rainbow, that you got to see the rainbow. And my God, I just enjoy your little excerpts, and you are just like vlogging, it's like a vlog, like a video vlog of you and what you're going through. It is it's so infectious. That's all I can say. It is so
Thank
infectious.
you.
Just to be able to do that. But now we're not gonna skip over somebody saying that she's dating. Okay. So look what God did. Bought you a kidney and somebody to spend some time with and date. And that's what's
Absolutely. Yes.
and
Absolutely.
she's smiling, y'all. Y'all see that smile? She happy. She is
Yes.
happy.
I am happy on both ends. I thank God. Yes, it's truly, truly a blessing.
Congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
He's an amazing guy. He's very supportive too.
And that's a good thing, that's a good, but let's talk about the people that also helped you, while you were going through how has recovery been,
Recovery.
What are some good points that you could give to somebody for them coming out of recovery? Teach them.
Recovery, now it is a process depending on how your kidney is functioning. Everybody recovery time is a little bit different. Mine's is 3 months. Pretty much I'll take that back. Normally it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months to completely recover. Sometimes, they say a year to fully recover. And you want to take it easy. You don't want to be up doing too much of housework and all that type of stuff. I started driving roughly 4 to 5 weeks because that's what I was instructed to do, that I could drive between 4 and 5 weeks. Not long distance, just maybe kind of like around town or whatever. It's like I have to run to the grocery store, Walmart. You want to be vigilant about who you be around. You don't want to be in big crowds. You don't want to be around anybody who's sick. You want to keep your mask on because your immune system is very weak because you just had a serious surgery and an organ transplant, and you don't want to risk, getting any type of infection or getting yourself sick, because that can put you at chance of losing your transplant. Okay. You want to take your medications on time. If your medications is prescribed to take however many pills you take in the morning time and at bedtime, you want to do that. You want to do it at the same time each time. Okay. That is very, very important. Those medications help keep your kidney functioning and fight the risk of your kidney rejecting. So you want to do that. You want to drink your water. You want to drink at least 64 ounces of water each day. You don't want to have your transplant organ to get dehydrated or anything from not drinking enough water. You have to flush it. You have to drink your water. Your water is very, very important for you. To drink your water. And just relax. Just take it easy. Don't have a lot of guests in your home and everything. You just had a serious surgery. You still recovering. You just want to take it easy and relax.
I know, and I was speaking with a friend, and I was telling them, I said, you know what? After women give birth, we take it easy. Now, my baby, shout out to my baby Chanel, her birthday September 16th. After I had her, my mom had me on pantyhose, panty girdles. Like, we had to just put everything, back. I guess we was making sure everything was nice and tight,
Yes, and everything back in place.
Right. So these young girls don't do that now. These young girls have a baby Friday. They trying to be somewhere on Monday. And I'm like, baby, you got to sit down and you got to rest.
Yes.
So I believe that any type of surgery you have, don't rush it. I've had babies.
You have to fully recover.
You gotta fully recover. Don't rush it. It took a minute for you to get that kidney or that transplant. So take your time.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
No lifting anything over 10 pounds. No reaching. No straining yourself, because you don't want to pull anything out of place, because you had a lot of things attached to that kidney. So you don't want to pull anything out of place. So please, please, please take it easy. if
You
you
tell them.
just had a transplant,
Right,
or
right.
whatever type of transplant it may be. Just take it easy.
Right. Like you didn't get a tooth pull. You had major surgery. So
Yeah.
we need you to be mindful of that and just be obedient
Yeah.
and
Please be obedient.
yeah,
Please, please, please follow your doctor's orders.
right. And hopefully, girl, hopefully they will.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad that you were able to come back and tell your story. And it
Yeah.
was just it was the cutest story, just the cutest story, and seeing how
Absolutely amazing. And
yeah,
don't forget about your support system. Have a spectacular support system.
and
My
shout out
mother,
yours, yeah.
was here with me the almost the whole entire process. She took off work for about 4 to 5 weeks, and she was here. She was here with me from end to finish. When I tell you all, my mother, what they say, the goat, she's the goat.
You to go, okay, mama,
She's the
okay,
goat.
okay.
My mama cooked, clean. She made sure I take my medicine on time. But that was just something that she was doing. But I knew to take my medicine on time because I wasn't gonna miss a beat.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even have to set no alarm on my clock or anything. I just know, okay, it's time to take my meds. It's time to take my meds. If I feel that I'm not gonna be at home at the time, it's time for me to take my medicine. I take it with me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I had it right here by my dresser. So when the
Mm-hmm.
time comes, I'm popping them. I'm popping them.
Okay.
I'm popping them like candy. So
Right.
yeah, it's
Right.
very important to take your medicine and make sure you have a strong support system, because now before you get transplanted, they're going to ask you about your support system.
Right.
And you have to tell them who your support system is going to be. If
Okay.
you do not have a support person, try to find you one before you go through your evaluation, because they're going to pass you by. They're really not supposed to list you if you don't have a support system, because they want to make sure that there is somebody to help take care of you once you receive this kidney transplant. So you have to have a support system.
Okay. Yeah.
There has been many people who have been bypassed because they did not have a support system. And yeah,
And that's sad. That's sad that people aren't in place, even if it's family or friends, that they are not in place to be able to help you receive that life-saving transplant. So we have to pray for those, hopefully somebody will step up and help them to be able to receive, but you got to be covered on all areas for somebody, to even consider you. Being a transplant recipient. So I know I told you I definitely wouldn't hold you long, but do you know if you do you know anything about your organ donor?
Well, yes, I do know that I had a young organ donor. And this was the surgeon who told me this. The surgeon told me that my organ donor was 18 years old.
Okay.
And that he was involved in an accident. We hate that happened. He lost his life, but he was an organ donor. And, God sometimes do things in mysterious ways.
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely hate, that the accident occurred.
Yeah.
He was an organ donor. He wanted to save somebody's life, and that's a blessing to give the gift of life.
Right.
So I received one of his kidneys, and someone else received one of his kidneys. So he saved 2 lives by kidney transplants. Now, I don't know if anything else was donated, but I do know that he saved 2 lives, mine and somebody else's. And I just thank God. And I'm so eager to meet the family. I really want to meet his family. I cannot pay them, enough, but I just want to embrace them and tell them thank you Thank you for allowing your baby to be an organ donor, because he saved my life and also he saved someone else's life. That's just a blessing. The youngster, he was from Birmingham, so not very far from me at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so the coordinators, they would like for you to wait at least 6 months before you put in the letter to meet the family and everything. So I'm just waiting that time, and hopefully that they will respond to the letter and want to meet me.
All right. Wow. Well, they will be very blessed to know, they will be honored to know how well you are taking care of their son's special gift to you. Yes. Now, do you know if you needed a left or a right kidney?
I don't.
Okay.
No, if I needed a left or a right kidney, I don't know. Okay. I really don't think that matters. Okay. I really don't think that matters. Okay. So I don't know if I received his left or his right. I don't know. Okay. But as far as the recipient, if they needed a right or left kidney, I don't think that matter, because once you are in end stage renal failure, both of your birth kidneys are affected.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I just know, like, my friend that's a part of an organization that goes, to the airport and receive the kidney or lungs or something like that. And I think, they're kind of labeled right or left,
okay.
for them. Yeah. So that was a conversation we had.
That possibly is true. So, but I don't know if I received the right or the left one. I don't know that.
Okay. Just a little research I was doing to know exactly what would happen. So we're going to allow you this moment, because you haven't seen them yet, and maybe this broadcast will be able to help them and let them know. Child, it's raining outside. Can you do it?
I'll hear it.
Okay, good. I if you could, what would you say to the family for allowing them? What words of thanks would you have for them?
I would just let them know how blessed I am to receive an organ, and just let them know that I thank God for them allowing their son to be an organ donor, and just an embrace of thanks. Okay. Just embrace of thanks. I mean, I really don't know too many words that I could say or how I can put it other than thank you. Thank you. When that time comes, I'm going to figure out something else that I would, be able to put together. But at this time, it's just gratitude of thanks. Thanks. Thank God for allowing this 18-year-old, because he's still a baby. I'm old enough to be his mom. Right. Thank God for allowing him to be an organ donor.
Amen. Amen. And for that person that is on the fence about becoming an organ donor, what would you say to them?
Please register to be an organ donor. You can save so many lives by being an organ donor. If you are not registered, please register to be an organ donor. We need more organ donors to help save lives.
And there you go. Y'all have it. Okay. She went from stage 1 to stage 2, guys. We seen her at the beginning, and look at this end, honey. Come on.
Yes. Thank God. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have received this gift of life. I thank God, y'all. I thank God each and every day.
Yes, she does. And that is no secret. That is no secret that Gretchen thanks God and praises God, because she showed all over her Facebook page. And if you would like to contact her, we have her email address. And so this is her email address. If you wanted to reach out and, maybe you're going through what she's been through. So I believe God allows you to see, someone's mess, and then God gives them a message, and he put her through the test, and she came out still praising God. So you want to contact her. She's also on social media, on Facebook, and this is her email address, because I know what grief feels like, but she knows what it feels like to go through the whole stage of organ donation from the beginning to the end. And she waited over 2 years, just to receive that blessing. So hold on, have the faith, and just trust God. And you see what that does in the end. And Gretchen's here to tell her story again. So Miss Gretchen Jackson, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to bless you, and there's never any rejection with that kidney. And we know you're going to always do the right thing, taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
So
yes,
Thank you so much once again. And good luck on that date tonight. So if anything happened now, let me catch a plane. So I come to a wedding.
Absolutely.
I have to come to a wedding and make sure I support you, girl, because what a beautiful, beautiful story.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, what a love story. Like, that's so odd that you got a kidney and she got a man. Come on. Come on, God. Won't he
praise to the Almighty?
Okay. All right. Look, I'm not ready yet. So y'all just stay on over there. I'm ready. I'm going to watch y'all be in love. So I'm going to watch love. I love watching love. And black love is beautiful. Right?
Absolutely.
So, all right. Until next week, guys, when my special guest will be Mr. Rico Johnson, who just got his kidney in August. So until next week, tune in to Transplant Talk with Nashonda. So we are out. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye, everybody.
I need just one more day, just one more hour to speak the truth. The truth to power. Life's not that long, just a few short hours. So make each minute count, make every second matter. Just give me one more day to get it right. I need just one more day.
Transplant Talk with Nashonda, Thursday, 7 p.m.